When major disaster strikes, Miami firefighter Captain Carlos Soldevilla becomes part of Florida Task Force 2, an elite search and rescue team.
We respond to some of the worst disasters, right? The things that the small jurisdictions and municipalities are unable to deal with on their own. Our ultimate goal is to save lives that are in danger immediately after an incident like that. And we move quickly, and we're a very specialized team where we have many disciplines, and we're multifaceted, essentially.
We are one of 28 federal task forces in the nation. We can deploy locally, at a state level, we can deploy nationally, or we can deploy internationally as well.
The city of Miami is the sponsoring agency of this task force, but it's made up of 26 other fire departments across Florida, as well as some civilians like engineers, canine handlers, and doctors.
I got to witness this task force in action in 2018 when they responded to Mexico Beach after Hurricane Michael.
We were the first task force to arrive and put boots on the ground in Mexico Beach. They had just started clearing the roads when we arrived. I can't express to you the feeling when you arrive there and just see slabs on the ground. We were there for about 12 days.
When we met up with them, they were setting up their base camp. They found this door in a pile of debris and put it under a tent, put this map on it from City Hall, a map of Mexico Beach, and started sending their guys out to do search and rescue.
Our experiences with our fire departments and the day-to-day emergencies that we run on help us to maintain our focus and make sure that we can get the job done. At the end of the day, there's people that need to be rescued. That's our primary goal.
When responding to disaster, the teams must live in the conditions surrounding them. After Hurricane Michael, that meant no electricity, cell service, gasoline, food, or water. The task force had it covered, arriving fully self-sufficient.
Operationally, we need all of the tools, such as collapse shoring, we need heavy rigging tools, the logistics portion of it, we need tents, we need sanitation, food, supplies, everything that we need to perform and save lives.
Hurricanes are only one type of disaster for which the team is prepared to handle.
We also respond to no-notice events, such as terrorist threats, explosions, or earthquakes.
Each year, Musser and his team determine how they can be more effective. They recently added in new life-saving tools, including this MedCat, built for emergency response during the strongest hurricane force winds. The task force has also increased capabilities to deploy, working with the Air Force to ensure international transport at a moment's notice.
We are required to deploy by ground within 4 hours of notice, and by air within 6 hours.
Whatever you're doing, it stops right then and there. So, you know when your team is up for the month, but at any time you could be called upon. And if you're here working, you're going to stop doing that and you're going to go report. If you're at home, sleeping, if you're with your family or grocery shopping, cooking dinner, those things have to stop immediately so that you can get yourself to the warehouse and we can get to the people who need us.
This means a potentially grueling commitment. The team faced back-to-back deployments during the 2018 hurricane season. We
responded to Florence, Hurricane Florence in the Carolinas, and that was a very long deployment, 22 days. Come home, 22 days later, I think we were home for maybe 5 or 7 days, and it was right back to Hurricane Michael.
For these first responders, however, this task force is more than a career. It's a calling, and it's one their family's committed to as well.
You know, my children wanted me home, my wife wants me home, but they know that what we're doing is really important, and that if ever it was us who had to, endure a tragedy like that or a natural disaster, we know that there are other rescuers in this country that will come do the same thing for us, and we're here for them. My family has that support, and we're dedicated to providing that as a family as well.
Until the next disaster strikes, the men and women of these elite teams serve their home communities, responding daily to whatever needs arise. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, Miami.